Hey everyone, welcome back. So I am going to start working on some prototypes for our project here. And you can follow along with me. I'm going to show you how I made some of these different animations. And the first thing I want to talk about is parallax and how we can use that within the mobile world. So you can use it in a variety of ways. What I've chosen to do is I've chosen to have like a nice intro screen and like sequence it with like the items coming in first, the text, and then the buttons. So just to have like a nice little thing that you land on. So let me show you. So having these slide in, and then there we go. So that is how we are currently going to go about doing it. Let's jump right in and I'll explain what do we have here. So we have a bunch of different options. We have the actual, this is the ending state. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my prototype tab, and you can see that when I, click on this, it's moving in all the different frames. When I click like this item, you can see that it's over here. When I click on this item, it's over here. So it's a little scattered over here. It doesn't really matter until it hits that first frame. So I'll show you how to go ahead and do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab a copy of this parallax intro, and then I'm going to, make another copy of it. So I have two copies of this. What I'm gonna do is I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that this is like 0% opacity and this is a 0% opacity. Actually, let's go over here. So that's gonna be my ending frame. Before I go to and do anything with opacity, I'm just gonna drag things down. So that way I have them ready to go. And I'm gonna actually bring this to the front. It doesn't really matter, it's already in front of this. And this is going to be dragged down, and this can be dragged down a bit, and this one can be dragged down a lot. This one can be dragged down a bit. This one we can have dragged down a lot, and then just a bit. And maybe a little bit more. And then there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make sure that all of these items are, 0% opacity. Then I'm going to copy this screen. And the only thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to select all the items because I want those all to come in just like they are here. So I have everything like that. And yes, that's perfect. So I'm just going to, remove these right now. Those ones are there. I can take that title in the container and just place them right here. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring a copy of this screen over because that's where the title is going to be, my final design. I'm going to remove this container because I just want it to also be in the same frame. So if we're just going to be really neat, oops, I'm going to click onto this, and there we go. The container's there. Same layer structure. Remember to keep that layer structure the exact same. And then I'm just going to bring this final screen in. And here we go. So we are going to just use after delay triggers over and over again to get this right. So after delay, so 500 or 300 milliseconds, what's going to happen is, we can look at the timing over here to see what I settled on. So I just have 1500, I have 800, and then I have 800 again. So just keeping that really nice and tight. So 1500, and then another one over here. We have after delay at 8. Well, we got to keep the after delay very short. So what's going to happen is, this is going to pop in, and then right after that pops in, like 1 millisecond, these items are going to start popping in too. So keeping that short, but keeping that duration of the actual animation a little bit shorter than 1500 milliseconds. So selecting that, and then I'm going to keep that the same. I'm going to make sure that it's on after delay and it's at 1 millisecond. What I'm going to do now is just call this V2, and we can jump in. So this is the original. Looks really nice. And this is our version. Looks nice as well. So that is how you create a parallax welcome screen for our product.